Tonight, Thanksgiving Eve is widely known as the biggest drinking night of the year. It's also 20 years since two families' lives were changed forever. John Templeton Jr. was driving drunk the wrong way on 275 in Tampa when he hit and killed 18-year-old Julie Buckner. 10 Tampa Bay reporter Liz Crawford talked with John about his journey over the last 2 decades, and Julie's sister also joined them with an important message about forgiveness.
Every year when it leads up to, the anniversary.
There are moments in life when time stands still.
Although 2 decades have passed, sometimes it seems like it was just yesterday.
That night, in November of 2002, still haunts John Templeton.
We decided to go to Ybor City.
After a heavy night of drinking with buddies, 19-year-old John got behind the wheel and ended up driving the wrong way on I-275.
I woke up handcuffed to a hospital gurney.
A state trooper delivered the message.
I became somebody that day that took the life of another human being.
18-year-old Julie Buckner was driving the car John hit. She was killed instantly.
It's hard to believe that it's been 20 years.
Her older sister Jennifer showed up to the scene that night.
And I could see the white sheet. And I said, I have to be able to see her. I have to know it's her.
I felt like I wanted to die. I felt like I didn't deserve to live. I just kept thinking about this family that's getting this call at this, time of night.
This story could end here. But in the weeks following the crash, 2 families linked by the unthinkable took an unlikely path.
My parents, against any advice, they actually went to Julie's funeral.
Jennifer was the first family member to face John.
I felt the Lord.
She remembers her faith led her to this thought.
You can forgive him now, or you can forgive him later, but you have to forgive him.
And so a new story was born.
To bestow that forgiveness on me, I think that really gave me an internal purpose. I think it probably turned the light on that was turned off. This is the poster board, so since I was like 20.
John could have been sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Speak in schools and youth groups, I'd always have this poster board. And
At the request of Julie's family, the judge was lenient.
it's a really beautiful picture of Julie. And
He did 10 months in prison and spent years telling Julie's story to youth groups and students.
It was from a speaking engagement he did, and all the inmates wrote a letter about how it changed their life, and they sent it to me. And I thought, this is what keeps her memory alive.
In 2008, John opened Footprints Beachside Recovery, an addiction treatment center.
to date, we've helped over 900 people.
Do you feel like John has honored Julie's life?
I will tell you, he has done everything he said he would do and more.
To this day, John keeps a picture of Julie in his wallet. She would have been 38 years old.
I just can't picture the day where I take it out of my wallet and it doesn't belong there anymore.
The emotion and the pain is still there. I'm sure it will never leave.
But 2 decades later, the Julie Buckner story lives on. A story of forgiveness, healing, redemption.
I think about Julie every single day of my life.
Liz Crawford, 10 Tampa Bay.
Wow. It's amazing. Out of such tragedy comes this kind of relationship and forgiveness, which is hard to imagine being able to do, but obviously, she has thought that was perhaps the most important thing, and the change in his life is remarkable.
Yeah, that moment, that powerful moment between them has really reached so many other people. It's amazing
Really
what the family has
changed
done.
lives.
Yeah, so today also marks 20 years sober for John. He hasn't had a sip of alcohol since the night of that crash.